Sit down. Right now. Thank you.
The academies. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Acclimation. The first 2 weeks of the academy were probably the worst 2 weeks of my life. So much PT, little free time, Cadet telling you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it, absolutely no talking, sore bodies, and getting used to saying goodbye to your old ways because they don't fly anymore. I remember when my dad introduced me to the IUICA. It was Sunday visits at Canyon County Juvenile Detention Center. And we were both sitting in the gym reading over the rules and regulations of the academy. As I'm reading through the paperwork, my dad brings up that it was either this or up to 180 days in detention. My obvious choice was to attend the IUICA because I saw a lot of opportunities the academy offered. Ain't nobody got time for juvie. I signed up some paperwork that day, and 5 days later, I was released back to my family, ready, instead of scared for what was to come in the near future. It wasn't long, though, before I was back to my old habits, worse habits this time. I was doing drugs again, sneaking out, stealing, doing whatever I wanted because the academy was going to change me. But in reality, it was me who needed to change me. It wasn't until about a week before Class 15-2 started that I realized that I had a problem. And the only thing that could tutor me and push me to find a solution was none other than the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. July 18, 2015, day 0. This is probably the only day that was a mixture of boring and surprise. My family and I were sitting in a car for a good portion of that day, driving from Spokane, Washington to Pierce, Idaho. It was a pretty long car ride through the winds and spins of the mountains. The semis passing by honking their horn. I felt like we were sitting in that car for days. I was ready for the day to end already, so I can get to the days ahead of me done and accomplished. It was around 10:30, 11-ish when we stopped at Subway in Orofino, and that's when I changed into my black and whites and had my last real meal for the next 8 weeks. It was depressing to know that this was going to be my last lunch with my family for a long amount of time. So I ate slowly and tried to talk away the time, hoping that if I wouldn't shut up, I wouldn't have to go to the academy anymore. But my dad was starting to get frustrated, and he said that we needed to get back on the road pronto. It took about an hour to an hour and a half from Subway to the entrance of Pierce. As we were entering, a song came on through my headphones. It was Welcome to the Family by Avenged Sevenfold. My first thought was, wow, what a coincidence. As the song ends and a new one starts, we're climbing up the hill to the entrance, and I see the sign, Welcome to the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I think to myself. We pull up to the front of the Ed Center building, and my sister Madison asked me, are you ready? I looked at her, face blank, on the verge of tears, and I shook my head, because now that I was there, officially there, I wasn't ready for what was to come the rest of that day. We get out of the van, as we park, and go to the back to grab a box of stuff, a life, for the next 5.5 months. As I lift my box, I walk with my dad inside the Ed Center building to grab a necklace with only my last name and my number to get chow. I looked at my dad as I put the necklace on, and I already knew he sensed that I was going to cry. He told me, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. No tears. I gave him a nod of understanding as the rest of my family walks into the building. After signing, we go down a slope that leads us into the gym. We enter through the double doors, and my mouth opens to the side of what seemed like 50 tables lined up ready to claim our soul until graduation. Our parents looked at it like candy, though. They went from table to table with the mindset, ooh, sign up here. Ooh, sign up here. I officially knew. Then and there, I've been sold over to the IUICA. I gulped, took a deep breath. I freely gave myself. No arguments, fights, crying. Nothing. Just calmness. This was a new start, a new beginning. The whole rest of the day after saying your final goodbyes for the next 8 weeks was slow, sweaty, and somewhat quiet. Besides being yelled at, it was pretty quiet. After gear check, haircuts, and pictures, you were placed into a small room full of people you didn't know. All sat down in the program room full of bald, sweaty boys, some crying, some puking, and some sitting straight up with their wide eyes scared to see what happens next. Our guest speaker for that day was none other than Tech Sergeant Pratt, or Staff Sergeant Pratt, as everyone kept calling him, because we were all too shaken up to even acknowledge the rank on his arm. I remember Tech Sergeant Pratt giving me my cadet handbook and telling me to drink all the water in my canteen. Yes, sir! I'm not a sir. I work for a living. I find a seat and start chugging away in my canteen while studying my cadet handbook. We recited the cadet creed, the cadet honor code, and we learned ditties for just about everything. Like every time we take seats, we go, drop like a rock, or motivate, dedicate, and many more that I wish not to waste my voice on. I also learned that day there are two types of people. There are smart people and there are strong people. Cadet Childs is the smart type. He was the first one to memorize the cadet creed. Cadet Robinson is the strong type. He was the first one to try all Tech Sergeant Pratt's Day Zero workouts. I sit in the program's room until about 5 o'clock and Tech Sergeant Pratt yelled, "Axemen, on your feet!" I shot up along with around 30 others. Look at the blank faces around me, standing as they were told. I realized this is my new family. I want to ask you something. What is the hardest thing you had to cope with? For me, and probably most of the cadets before you today, it was homesickness. Which is funny, because before the academy, I was up for anything and everything to get away from my family. But after about a week of being gone, I wanted to go home more than ever. My phone call with my dad was heart-wrenching. I cried almost the whole 5 minutes we talked, and he told me something I would never forget. The greatest achievements are the hardest ones to accomplish. Just that one little 9-word sentence got my mind right and helped me focus on what's to come instead of what's already happened. This sentence has also motivated me to continue with the program instead of filling out a GOR. Though that sentence was motivating, it wasn't the only thing. There was a lot of things that motivated me each and every day, from chow to lights out. I usually follow the thought pattern through the day that kind of went like this. All right, breakfast. Now keep pushing to lunch. I would usually do this until around lights out. And my first thought when we heard Rack's post was, okay, Dylan, the day is almost over. Keep going. You got this. Most of the time, those thoughts patterns kept me going. But on days like Sundays, it would go breakfast, then drill, then phone call. Mostly phone calls. Because then I get to talk to my family, and that always made me happy. Being able to hear my little brother talk about video games, my baby sister telling me how much she misses me and asking if I'll be home on the weekends, which usually made me tear up. Or even just letting all my emotions out to my dad. And he tells me something like, only a few more weeks, or it doesn't matter what other people think or how you dealt with the problem, I'll always be proud of you. I don't know about you, but it feels really good to hear someone you've let down, disrespected, used, stole from, manipulate, someone you thought you hated, tell you that they're proud of you. Or for some of the cadets' cases, tell you that they love you. Like my sister Madison, for example. She used to tell me that she didn't love me, she hated me. She told me that she was glad I was in juvie. I mean, she didn't even hug me she didn't even hug me goodbye on day 0. So when she told me that she loved me on family day, I cried harder than ever because I knew she meant it. I want to tell you all, not that I love you or anything, it's weird. No. I want to say that I'm proud of you. The staff of the IDYCA are proud of you. Your family and friends are proud of you. Your fellow cadets to the right, to the left, in front and behind you are also proud. Especially because they know what you went through each and every day. So everyone that has made it to this day, congratulations on your success to pushing through the days of the academy, no matter the mistakes you made on your way. Because I know that I made mistakes. I was put on Canada status for tattooing myself right after acclimation. I had to do 1,000 burpees with a 3-day time period for hitting someone in the no-no area. Bear crawl laps around the tarmac for talking in the latrine. 100 knuckle push-ups for punching my wall walker. And kicked off KP for good because I stole food. But all these mistakes I've learned from. I'll never cheap shot someone again because it can cause pain forever. Never punch my wall walker because first it's government property. And I've learned to control my emotions. I'll never steal food or steal anything because I can get jail time. Tech Sergeant Munlin always told us though, it's okay to fail here because we can pick you up again with a negative 341 or a counseling statement. But it's okay if you fail. After the first time he said that, I realized how true it was. I couldn't steal food. I could steal food and instead of being charged for robbery, I'll get counseled and move on. I won't fail on the railroad anymore because of what I've learned at the IDYCA. But there's something I didn't realize right away, is that I was running out of time. So once I finally realized how much time I had left, I changed my route. I started toward the right direction, toward responsibility, integrity, and respect. 3 things I never had before. 3 things I wouldn't care to have before the academy. 3 things that I've learned have helped me. I started to show those things though, and I wish to share them with my family. So yes, I've fallen multiple times, but I was picked up after each fall with only battle scars. And I'm thankful for the cadre being there each and every time I stumbled. I'm also thankful for my Axemen brothers for also being there to pick me up, and some of them also coming out with battle scars. Today, life gives you another slap, but don't give up throwing your towel in the ring for things gone wrong, for words that sting, because there must be another way. You'll see it in the light of another day. When everything seems sour, not in your favor, look around until you find better flavor. So don't just give it up, live it up. Pick up the pieces, be tough, grind your teeth, and turn another cheek. Don't give up, that's exactly what they see. It's too easy to walk away. A quitter never wins, so you should better stay. Look challenges straight in the eye. Don't say yet the last goodbye. Fight like an animal in a trap. Don't give up. Today marks a day of new beginnings, a new start to a better life with good vibes. And I will leave you with a question, then a quote. What you did today, will you do better tomorrow? Most people who succeed in the face of seemingly impossible conditions are people who simply do not know how to quit. Everything happens for a reason, so embrace what you learn and use it to your advantage. IDYCA Class 15-2, congratulations and forever push forward on the path of excellence. Ow! Ow!